My name is Pablo Gómez. I'm a partner at IMAP Spain and covering the transport and logistics industry in the market.
My name is Jan-Pieter Borst. I'm one of the partners of IMAP in the Netherlands, and we do a lot of transport and logistics deals.
So today we are going to speak about the main trends that are driving the M&A activity in the transport and logistics industry and how we see it's going to evolve the market in the coming months or year.
Yes, as we see in the Netherlands and globally, a large consolidation trend, mainly driven by economies of scale, internationalization, as well as innovation. There needs to be a lot of investment in innovation and in sustainability, which leads to a lot of transactions in the market.
Yeah, COVID accelerated the supply chain focused deal activity, and this has been reflected in the number of transactions registered in the last few years, and those are the main trends underlying this M&A activity. Yeah, I think it's the same case. So in Spain, at least, is what it's happening, as well as in the Netherlands, I think.
Yes, in the Netherlands, it's a relatively small country, but doing a lot of international business. So that means there's a lot of transport coming in to Europe via the Rotterdam Harbour, and it's a nice location for global players to acquire companies there.
Yeah, also recent supply chain disruption has put nearshoring on the agenda of many companies, which means that transport and logistics companies need to find a proper balance between global footprint and network, but also capillarity, in order to be the right partner for the customers. There are in the industry large and global players that are driving this M&A activity with the underlying trends that Jan-Pieter mentioned. In our view, the market leaders are the shipping companies. As a result of the freight rates evolution in the last few years, they have generated huge profits and cash, and they have been very acquisitive in the market, and probably they will keep doing M&A activity because they have still a lot of financial capability.
Yes, and what we see a lot of companies that want to sell are the smaller and mid-cap companies, often family-owned. They are sitting on very interesting location, very interesting assets for the global players. And these smaller companies, they really need to internationalize because their clients also get bigger and bigger. So they also ask their supplier, our clients, to grow with them, to also be able to be a one-stop shop. And the smaller companies cannot do it by themselves. So they are selling their companies to larger players.
And as per financial investors, we are seeing in Spain that they have entered the market quite recently. Yeah. I think that probably for two main reasons. One, that the fact that logistics outsourcing is still an ongoing trend and growing trend. And second, the fact that the market is still very atomized, so they can acquire and integrate logistics providers in fragmented segments, building champions there. I don't know if this is the case as well in the Netherlands.
Absolutely, we see the same trend in the Netherlands. There are some private equity companies now coming into the market. This is a recent trend, because a couple of years ago you didn't see that. Mainly strategic buyers. But now we see a lot of financial buyers building these new companies by acquiring the small and mid-cap companies that I just explained.
Mm-hmm. It is probably also as a result of the booming activity that was registered in the transport and logistics industry after COVID. Now our feeling is that this is going to stabilize and normalize a bit. So probably multiples are going to register a small correction, but also it depends a lot on the size, the niche positioning of the companies, the value proposition that they have.
Yeah, I think that's mainly also depends on the niche that the company is in. And the last couple of years we saw a lot of interest also in the transport and logistics companies which owned the real estate, because the real estate prices went up when the interest went down. That trend is not there anymore. So now the interest is really in the company itself.
In IMAP, we have done in the last 5 years, 74 transactions in the transport and logistics industry. And at least my view for the coming years is quite optimistic, because it is a key industry for all other industries around the globe. And there's a huge consolidation process ongoing. So our view, and in the Spanish market, and given the fact that it's still very atomized, it will register a lot of more transactions in the coming years.
Yes, we see a lot of transaction in the market now as well, and we see still interesting multiples. But for the more generalist companies, it's getting a little bit tougher to get the good multiples, because there are so many deals in the market, and really the niche players, they still get very good margin, very good multiples.
Yeah, that's true. This is something that we are seeing also in the Spanish market. There is an oversaturation of M&A opportunities that are being channeled through few potential buyers that are the market leaders, and you need to go with a really interesting project, a certain size, a good value proposition, in order to obtain a good valuation. Otherwise, it's more like an opportunistic approach, no?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And what we also see is when there are just been certain transactions in certain niches, which were very successful, and there is another company coming into the market in the same niche. Sometimes it can be difficult to sell it, because all the parties were approached, and everybody that was interested already acquired a company in that niche, and then it gets more difficult to sell those companies.
So momentum and timing is always key.
Never wait too long.
Yeah.
That's an important lesson.